Yo, ratings! This is Garth RS, the Tireless Adventure, with another episode of Starmade. This is the final. These are the final entries I got for the 250 max blocks contest. I'm sorry for the delay on getting this out. I had a celebrity judge lined up. I'm not going to give away who it was. There was some conflicting issues, and they were not able to assist. So I'm going to try to snag them up for next time because they were just a little bit busier than they could squeeze me in for. So let's 7 total entries. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go down through here, each one of them. I'll get in them, and I will show you the basics of them and tell you who made them. So let's start with this one right here on the end. And this is the Parasite, which was made by Metal Rain 300. Boop. All right. In build mode, we can come over here and we can look at the basics of how I scored. On the left hand side here you see all the statistics. 213 block count, so it was below 250. The power, he got 30.3 extra in the tank, and he had a regen of 2557, thrust of 62.4, which is not too shabby considering the mass is only 21, and the shields were 3490, basically 9 blocks, so that's not too shabby. The things I liked about this one, and the things the secondary judge, which was Retu, in case you were curious, the things the secondary judge and I both liked about this one was how maneuverable it was. It was extremely maneuverable. It was like a little lightning bolt. Pew, pew, pew. So I just wanted to, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through each one of them, and I'll point out something I liked about each one. That way everybody knows what I liked about which ones I liked when I liked them. Oh, here it is. Okay, so this one is hard to see. No, I'll just get in it because I'll read it at the top. This one is the Fighter 25M, and that one was by Sorayas. I think that's how you say it. Sorayas made the Fighter 25M, and on the left-hand side here you see 248 below the 250 max. Squeezed 16 extra power out of the tank with a regen of 4645. Thrust was 120. And total shield count was 20, so it's pretty nice. Pretty nice. What we liked about this one, both of us pretty much liked this, was the color choices and the design. I liked the way the purple and the white set off from each other. Did I just get out? I didn't mean to get out. I liked the way the purple and the white kind of contradicted each other. The contrast was really nice. I liked the angle. I liked the slope. It was all very nice. The next one in the list here is, we have to get into the back. We have to crawl in the back. Alright, so this one is the Drone. I think it was just called the Drone. This might be the Garth RS Drone. 728. Yeah, I believe this is the Garth RS Drone. I could be wrong though. Let me check, because there was 2 named Drone. Specifically Drone. No, this is regular Drone. So regular Drone is by DJ CJ, and he had exactly 250 blocks. He didn't add anything to the, wait a minute, did he add it? He didn't add anything to the power tank. I don't know why that says 40,000. He didn't add anything to the power tank. 3,200 recharge, 25 thrust, and 16 blocks on the shield for basically 5,122 with a regen of about 368. The things that we liked about this one, me personally, I loved. I think Red did too. Yeah, let me look. Yeah, Red, I love the way the front end looked. It was very functional. I liked the way the 2 weapons were set up like that. I liked the way the angles sloped around the sides. This, in my opinion, from the front. It was probably my favorite front design of all of these put together. Well, not put together, but of all these considered, I think this design was my favorite front end design. So it looked pretty good. All right, the next one is, I need to get out. There we go. And the next one is the Falcon Drone. This one was by Rigoberto. I believe that's how you say his name. Fairly certain I got it correct. What I liked about this one, I liked the way the inside showing up. It was really good. Alright, back into this mode. We have 250 block count, 2365 regen, thrust of 49, and a shield count of about 13 with a 333 regen, 4400 absorbing of the damage. My favorite part of this was the runners. I love the way it looks from the front. I love the way it looks from the front. So overall, I would say my favorite part was the runner. Hold on a second. I'm back. My little one rode a horse today, and she was excited to tell me about it. Anyways, the runners are my favorite part, and what Rhett's favorite part was actually the fact that because of the size of the interior, you could actually multi-purpose this vehicle out and use it for both a shuttle and a drone. So I thought that was pretty nice as well. The next one is, I believe this is the Hellwing. So let's get in here. All right. Yeah, this is the Hellwing Mk2, which was made by brother Angelon. I think it's Angelon. I could be wrong. Anyway, this is the lowest block count of all. It was 171. He had a regen of 1627, a thrust of 91, and he managed to squeeze 10 blocks in there. So my favorite part of this one was probably this back end right here. I thought that was really cool. I like the way that the lava was used as an exhaust. I like the way the thrusters were. I thought this whole thing looked nice. It was pretty well designed, I'd have to say. I like the front. I like the way he has gray on this side and black on this side, almost like it's a stripe. And also, that was pretty cool as well. So, I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty cool. Let's see. Next one is the. Oh, there we go. It's in the back. There we go. And the ship core we enter here is the Garth RS Drone, which was made by Mk2. And both Rhett and I loved the color choices and the design. I liked the way that this color and this color went together, but still had a pretty decent contrast. And I liked the way the weapons were arranged in the front. Rhett and I both agreed this looked a lot like a missile. So it looked, probably of all of them, it looked the most like a weapon. And I thought that was pretty cool. He had a 249 block count, squeezed 11 out of the power with a 965 regen, a thrust of 30, and 20 shields. So pretty nice all around. Let's see, the next one is I forget. I always forget how to get into these things because it wasn't standardized. They're all over the place. There's a way into this one. I just can't remember what it is. There it is. It's difficult. It's difficult to find things, especially when you have a small brain. It's like a little greeter right there. He's like, "Hello." Anyway, this one is the Drone Mk3. This was from Magram. Magram actually submitted quite a few iterations, so I would have to say I think there was 3 or 4 total, but this is his final one because you can only put one in. So, and he had a full week and he got it in plenty of time. So there you go. As you can see on the left, he maxed out the 250 block count, squeezed out 2836 from the regen, had a thrust of 78, and a 33 shield count, 33 block shield count, which was the most of all the drones. He got 33 shields out of that. The thing I liked the most about this one was the angle usage. Me and Rhett were both like really impressed with how he made everything look slender and sleek. I thought this was very creative all the way around. The multiple cockpits was a pretty cool idea. The angle usage was a good idea. I like the fact he had some lights going on there. Overall, in my opinion, I would have to say that the use of angles on this one was the thing I liked the most. All right, so that's all 7 of them. So let me go ahead and give you a rundown on third place. Third place was the Falcon drone, right here. The reason that we picked this one as third place, first of all, I'll just give you a rundown on the facts. Overall, it was like top end average on the regen. It was top end average on the shields. Its thrust was about middle of the road. Its weapon effectiveness was, I think, 3rd. So it was, yeah, second or third. Hold on a second, I'll tell you. It was Falcon drone was second. It was the second best weapon effectiveness. It had 2 groupings that were able to deal out 220 damage with a reload of 464. So it had the 3rd best damage and the 2nd best reload. That was very important to me as far as drones go. Over design points, out of a possible 20 points, he got 13. So that was pretty good. Overall, a very solid 3rd place. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 2nd place, over here, from Magram, the Drone Mark III. The Magram's Mark III drone, the regen was third best regen. The shield count was number 1. His thrust was number 1. Actually, no, I'm sorry. His thrust was number 3. His weapon effectiveness was 4th place. He basically had 2 weapons putting out 160 with a 487 reload on that. So he was the 5th best damage and the 4th best reload. So that was pretty good. I like that. Very important. Also, design counted a lot on that. He got, out of 20 points, he got a total of 14. So that's not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. And as you can tell, there was a block under that one. There was a block under that one, which leaves us with the number 1 over here, which I've already forgotten the name of, but I could already look at my sheet. The Fighter 25M by Sarias. I believe that's how you say it. His regen was... hold on a second. Let me make sure. He was at the number 1 regen at 46.45, which is very impressive. He had the number 2 power tank usage. He had the number 2 shield, tied for 2nd with the Garth RS Drone, which was right there, I believe. And he had the 1st best thrust. I'm looking at the wrong one. The 1st best thrust. And his weapon effectiveness was 3rd place. 3rd place being the most amount of damage, and I'd probably say low end on the regen, but the amount of damage that it puts out initially, if you could hit, you're doing a lot. You're doing a lot. It was pretty good. He had 18 individual weapon groupings, so it's a nice area coverage attack as well. The big important thing for us here was the fact that his overall build carried him through, because he was tied with this one right here on design points at 13 out of 20. But overall, he squeezed in the most offensive and defensive capability as well as power. So, law of averages, basically. He was the best at the most. Or top end, or good at the most stuff. Let's see. There was one more thing I wanted to bring up here. All right. I'll tell you what each one did the best. What I liked about this. I thought these were cool. I like these little runners. It looked like it could land places. I liked the design. It was small. This one had, in my opinion, the best color choice and design put together. It just looks really, really nice. I like the way it was put together. The only thing I don't like about it is once you get in it, it's a drone, but so this didn't really take any points off. But once you get in it, you can't shut the door because it kicks you at the back. You see. It kicks you over somewhere else because it's only 1 tall. So, but I don't need to get in it, so that's all that matters. So I don't need to get in it. This one right here, I like the front end the most. I honestly did like this front end the most. I thought that was very creative. I liked the way that it was, symmetrical on both sides. I liked the way the angles were placed. I thought that was very cool. This one right here, I like the fact that it could double as a shuttle, and the runners were really cool, like the little cockpit area, and the way he used power tanks on the inside to give it a green hue. I thought that was really cool. This one right here, I already told you the back end and the sides. I love the engine compartments. This is, in my opinion, I think this is probably the best rear end. You see what I did there? Okay. Anyway, and this one right here, I thought it looked the most like a weapon. I love the way the angles are done. I like the fin effects in the back. I thought this was really good. It looked just like a weapon in my opinion. And this one right here, honestly, is the most creative use of angles. I thought these were really cool, especially how he put these in right here on the flat edges, so that it kind of, I like the way the angles were done. I honestly did, and this was a very nice touch. Secondary cockpit off to the side. Yeah. Now, the winners, of course, I said it in the area was Sarias, the 25M fighter right there, and then we had the drone. And then we had the Falcon drone. So these those 3 were the winners. Soraya's, if you'll do me a favor and contact me the same way you contacted me before with your Steam info, I'll gift you a Steam game. If you don't have a Steam account, you can always, get one. It's free, so don't worry about that. The other 2 guys, I want to say thanks. Actually, I want to say thanks to everybody. They were all very good. I'm looking forward to the next contest, which I will be holding probably in about a week, week and a half for the 500 block, which is going to be a fighter class. So I'm looking forward to that. Now, this right here, since it was first place, I will use it as my drone in here. This ship is actually called the Hive, and it's just a core right now. It's not really ready for ships yet. But what I got to do is build basically 10 docking bays for this thing, 10 of these. So be looking for that in the near future, and I'll discuss some of the ideals and the things that I did on this. Show it closer, but it's going to be fairly long. I don't think it's as long as that one, but it's going to look pretty cool. I promise you. I promise you. And also, once again, I really appreciate everybody. If you want to know your individual score, I can tell you that the highest score I got was 42, and the lowest score I got was in the low 30s. But I think the main reason that one got so low, it was a little weak in a couple of areas that we flew it around, and it couldn't shoot and fly at the same time because the regen wasn't high enough. So, but I mean, overall, everything across the board was really nice. I liked it and I appreciated it, and you guys are awesome. So once again, Soraya's, do me a favor and contact me the same way you contacted me before, and via tweet or inbox or however it was. I don't recall right away. And with your Steam info, if it's a tweet and you don't want that put out there, you can go ahead and PM me on my YouTube page. That's fine. But I will have to verify the name via the other one. Like, let me know you sent it. That way I'll be able to tell it's who it is. And because a lot of these names I used here, I used from the Starmade login. So that way it's trackable that way. It's trackable that way. Yeah, but like I said, this was a great contest. 7 total entries, which is not bad. I didn't want to make you guys wait any longer for the results. Celebrity Judge was very interested in it, but got busy at the last minute. So I appreciate their consideration, and I appreciate your guys' entries. So I'll talk to you next time, and take it easy.